All right, so today's podcast. This is the first one. I act like we have a following. This is the podcast. All right. So what do you? You know what? I'm gonna hit a big question right off the bat.
All right. What's the question?
What do you think about the meaning of life? Go.
It's not late enough for this.
Right now we're putting all religion and personal thoughts aside. We're just talking, all right? We're giving you different views of thought so that you can change or keep this. Things. Yeah, so you can just think about it, all right? Hang on, by the way, quick. This is Brady Pippin, my friend. I didn't even introduce us. I'm Seiler Bartelme. This is Brady Pippin.
Co-host. I'm your co-host.
Oh, yeah, he's my well, you're kind of my guest.
All right, I'm your guest. Yeah.
All right, but we could become co-hosts. Anyway, this is the first one. So what do you think? Meaning of life? Go.
I don't know.
So hang on, let's give some options. So basically, is there a meaning where we get back where we're trying to follow a path, or is there no meaning where we're just here because we are? What do you think? Or do you have a new thought? What do you? Quick question. This is gonna help you answer the question. Okay. Do you think there's an afterlife?
Maybe. There can't be nothing, but there could. You know what I mean?
So he doesn't know. I mean,
unsure.
I don't know. I feel like
probably. I hope
we have to be here for a reason, right?
Don't they say like every little action has a bigger action?
Outcome?
Yeah. Like a bigger
like
outcome.
Every choice we make in life leads to another choice and another action.
A bigger action, yeah.
So I feel like there couldn't be living, moving spirits. I'm just gonna use the word spirits because I don't know what else would you call a brain? Because a brain is its own thing.
Your soul?
There couldn't be moving, living souls if there wasn't a point. You know what I'm saying? Like dogs. Dogs aren't like. Humans are like on their own level.
A whole new level.
They're on their own level. That's why I think it couldn't be we couldn't just be monkeys. Because
my question is, bro, if we are monkeys, why are we the only ones that made it to this level? Why aren't the dogs? Why I asked.
So, no, but why aren't all monkeys humans? Why are there monkeys still?
Well, there were like different types of humans, like Neanderthal and those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, were we just the first beings? But we couldn't have been because we wouldn't have lived.
I saw a video once. It talked about how the universe is so infinite. It's too big for there to not be
something else.
Yeah, the chances are like it's impossible that there's nothing else,
no meaning.
Or yeah, if the universe is infinite, well, it's just stupid to think that there's not other life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Or a reason.
But the question is, if there is other life, why haven't they? Surely there's got to be something on our level or above our level.
We've moved on to aliens for some reason.
We sure have.
What I'm talking about. Well, why would there be a giant universe?
Mm-hmm. Well,
colliding rocks. Well, infinite.
It's like always constantly expanding, and scientists think it might expand and then just clap.
Well, it would be infinite if it's never ending. If it's never ending, then it's infinite.
What if like the?
What if you don't want to do it? What if answer?
All right. But just hypothetically here,
if
the Big Bang happened, what if it was because of the universe before that was expanding, and then it clapped back in, and then eventually we're just stuck in a cycle, a never-ending cycle of expanding and clapping.
You know what? That's gonna lead us to our other option.
Oh no!
Are we in the cycle too, to where we're gonna be reincarnated? So whenever we die, we get reborn.
That's a question I never understood about reincarnation.
Have you ever seen those like things where it's like whenever you die, it's like the light is you coming out in the hospital.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah. So,
but like, what if one thing I don't what if one thing I don't understand about reincarnation is can you come back as like a different animal or like be like a lizard or do you have to come back as like another human?
Well, if we're so advanced, do you think we would reset, or would we just keep advancing?
I think
to be like not superhuman, we'd basically be aliens. We'd be like like Thanos.
I think
like gods.
Before we die, our generation is gone, someone will figure out a way to upload like minds.
Upload YouTube videos of Brady's life.
Well, that's not. I mean, like where you can live in like VR, like full, like you like
simulation. Yeah. Like we're all living in a simulation.
Yeah.
The aliens you were talking about before, that there's no way there can't be anyone out there.
They're like controlling.
Not what if. They are. We're in a simulation right now.
They are.
I'm just gonna quickly just have to.
We are the aliens, we're in like a game right now. This
is just a little game before dinner. We came over from school as an alien, just quick 100 years of life game.
But then,
this, I feel like this couldn't be a game of how serious it is, how much there's stress and anxiety and depression and.
It's supposed to match life. Well, why not?
But this doesn't. Why would they make a game so extreme? Who would want to play that game?
Us, obviously.
Shoot.
We're so off topic.
But wouldn't we know we're aliens?
No, because what if you don't? Well, never mind.
How would you not know? We are very off topic. What was the original?
You're giving me options. You're giving me options on what?
Okay, so option A.
Option A was.
There's no options. I feel like there's just schools. There's just like that's the thing is that we don't know anything. Nobody knows. No one has definite answers. They just have theories.
Only dead people know.
That's facts. Well, how would they? If they can't know if they're dead.
But
on one school of thought. But on one school of thought, if there's nothing after, they don't know. But in another school of thought, see, that's what I'm saying. It's all comes back to one thing that no one knows.
If they're a ghost, do they know? Then do you think dinosaurs really existed?
So basically, do you think? I think that one is more of. Do you think the government has set up like history books aren't real? Basically,
I think history,
which is basically simulation. It's kind of like Maze Runner-ish, where it's just like.
I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know, like we're saying the word like a bunch. I can already feel it, but it's basically where the government made up history books. And it's kind of like so basically simulation.
I don't think the government has. That's gonna be loud. I don't think the government has made up like history. I think some things might have gotten like
they just like rewrited it
on accident. I think some things might have been mixed up or forgotten on accident.
The amount of people that embellish, like friggin' a T-Rex 1,000 feet tall, like they're gonna round up to 1,000. They're going to say it's 100.
But it was like not even 100, wasn't it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying,
I don't know either. While we're on the topic of the government a little bit.
Okay.
Never mind.
No, I want to hear this.
Do you think Bill Clinton did 9/11?
Now we're getting to conspiracy theories. Well, see, but listen, that might actually kind of make sense if the government, that might be a metaphor as in the government made up history to where Bill Clinton, the president at the time, made up the history of the terrorist attack.
I don't think Mr. Clinton made up the terrorist attack. I think it happened.
So, hang on. Let's run in with this school of thought of our generation. So, let's just not say it's one person's a little, like, lab rat. Let's say, basically all of the people who were born in 2004, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They got told all the history was all made up, and they're just testing to see how we would live.
Oh, so what if we're like
we're in a simulation technically, but not really.
But like what if like the world
so basically what if
you're not real?
So let's say Springfield, Missouri, 2004 is an island.
Well, then what about all the other people in Springfield? They're fake.
They're all in the they don't know that they're in the simulation, but they are with us.
CPUs, or are they actual?
So it's not like all the people in Springfield are in a dome. No one knows that they are. Nobody.
But then why don't we see the dome?
Because it's super technology that looks 3D, and we're basically in the future. So aliens. Aliens are testing us to see what we do and how we act based on the history and information they've given us, based on the technology they've given us, based on everything.
Yeah.
Would teachers be in the government controlling what we know?
No, teachers don't get paid enough to be part of the government.
But what I'm saying is, would they, since government is making up all the information, the teachers have to be in on it because they're teaching us. What if they are the government? that is rewriting everything.
They're pretty good at it then.
Yeah, it's a law to go to school. Government, teachers, the government is making us learn false information. Confirmed. This is confirmed on the podcast that does no episodes coming before and after it.
And if we don't make another podcast, we're dead.
Is that the rules? Is it the rules? Oh shoot.
Oh! I remember. What if Jewel is just natural selection?
That's a pretty good school thought. So basically, like, drugs are natural selection. So what if? So
we are so off.
Not
topic.
What if the government is putting out good things.
Drugs.
They're implementing drugs and other good things as natural selection. So another thing, not what if drugs. Area 51 raid coming up pretty soon.
Natural selection.
That is natural. So basically,
selection.
The people that aren't intellectual enough to not raid a freaking military base are going to be gunned down.
Are they really wrong though? Like,
why would you?
What if there's something in there, bro? I kind of want to know.
See, but those are the delusional what if questions.
But by the time, if there were anything in there, by the time we get there, it'll be moved.
That's so. Yeah, I don't know what the point of it is. It's a legitimate. I feel like that is the most fair natural selection. If they set up a fake event where the people who are dumb enough to go die, I feel like that's a pretty smart natural selection.
Well, every time your life only has like a 3-minute clock, and every time you breathe, it resets.
What does that even mean? Like, so as long as you keep breathing, you can live forever?
Until you die.
Is this a fact, or are you making this up?
No, this is a fact. You can go about 3 minutes without air until you die. Well, until you...
Well, yeah, but is it the other way around?
What do you mean?
Like, if you keep breathing every 3 minutes, you can keep living.
Until something fails in your body, inevitably, yeah.
Oh, no, hang on. I want to tap on this, because I've been thinking about this recently. Why do we go to movies, watch TV, do sports? It's just all entertainment. It's basically, so if there is no meaning, it's kind of just time fillers. It's like,
well, if there's no meaning.
If there's no meaning and humans just have the life expectancy of 80 years, we just have 80 years to live, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So
what's the point?
Well, so what's the point of entertainment?
Well, the reason I think the point of it is to get famous. If life has no point, why not try and be the most successful or the best at everything? Why not? Why not be, the one that
the best person you can be?
Yeah, like why?
Why not live by the law and not do drugs or illegal things and just be a good person?
Well, why would? Who wants?
We're asking a lot of why questions.
We are,
but
who wants to honestly grow up and just be a nobody living in a house with your family, middle class, lower class, whatever, upper class?
No one wants to, but the people that get there are the people who fail at being famous or being known.
Or there's no such thing as failing. You only failed because you didn't try hard enough.
That's facts. Until you die, I think that's a fail.
Well, no, death is inevitable.
It's like in sports, right?
Yeah.
The football player, he's making himself known. He's being successful. He's making money. Mm-hmm. So that's what it's for. But what is it? The point of people watching it? That's what I'm saying. So obviously the company is getting money. So those people are being successful. But they're kind of draining. They're like taking advantage of all the people that aren't being successful.
Well, do you know why I think a lot of those people watch like sports and stuff?
Why?
Because they had that dream at one point. They wanted to be that guy, and they didn't make it. They failed, or they didn't try hard enough, or they just gave up. And they want to watch it because they believe that could have been them. But
dwelling on other people's successes is not a good thing to do. That makes you more lazy, more unmotivated, more depressed.
Is that a fact?
But that is a fact.
Are you sure?
Yes. If you look at a millionaire and you're like, man, I wish I was a millionaire. If you think glass half full, you could think I want to be there. So you set that as your goal. But if you're glass half empty, you're thinking I'm never gonna do that.
Okay, well, I look at all the other people that watch sports and stuff, or people trying to get there, learning and stuff. But I watch basketball and stuff because I'm trying to learn. These guys made it there, so I'm gonna do what they did to get there. And
I'm talking about the average Joe that's just watching Sunday football because They got nothing else better to do?
Well, yeah, maybe they just got nothing else better to do because they failed.
I feel like there's definitely better things to do.
Like what?
Like training, like, you know.
Training for what? You're the average Joe. You've given up, you know? You're just
working harder. You, like, go to extra hours at work.
Yeah, but why? You don't enjoy that. And if you've already given up, maybe they think the meaning of life is enjoyment. Just self-enjoyment.
Oh, my goodness.
And
So,
I think that's
I think we should wrap this up. We are sophomores in high school, so you should definitely take everything that we've said straight to the heart. 100%. It's the most factual, reliable source you could listen to.
We are?
We are.
We are, yeah. We are.
Exactly.
We are. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. So, run with it, all right? Take our ideas, add them to yours, or subtract them.
Spread them to other people. Get other people believing exactly what we believe.
Share this podcast, all right? I want you to all the social medias, all right? Just say, hey, these kids are spitting straight facts. All right, say that exactly.
We are.
And then at me at Random Sci and at Brady at
The Real BP3. Another point I wanted to talk about.
Just do it.
I'll say it because we got enough time.
Might as well. If it's good, I'll put it in.
Okay, yeah. So, like, people always want to be remembered after their death. That's kind of how it rolls, right? But you got to think, that's kind of how I was, I wanted to get famous so I could be remembered beyond death. But eventually, think about it. George Washington in the history books, eventually, we'll have a World War III and we'll all kill each other and no one will remember George Washington. So eventually, if you go down in the books, you'll only be remembered for so long. You know what I mean? Eventually, you will be forgotten. So you gotta make the most of it while you're alive.
That's what I'm saying. Do what you want, shoot your shot, because nothing matters, and we're all gonna die eventually.
And you'll be forgotten.
And yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.